And who better to give you the keys to the upcoming initiatives that are going to help your business than the Chief Marketing Officer for Travel Leaders Group, Stephen Mcgillvray. But first, this video.
I am a millennial. There are 80 million just like me in the US. I have more wealth than any generation before me, annually. I'll tell you what I think about what to buy, what to watch, what to eat, what to listen to, and what to do. And I'll listen to what you say, even if I've never met you in person. I am a connector. I share. I speak up. I can change the world. I will see the world. And I will experience everything it has to offer. I love healthy food, but I don't always eat healthy. I love my body. I don't care about your media plan. You can't count on my loyalty. But if you reward me, I'll seek you out. I love to support a good cause. But I'll sacrifice my beliefs for a good deal. I am a millennial.
I was born between 1977 and 1995.
And I'm an enigma. You talk to me through your channels, but I'm my own channel. I won't come to you, but I might meet you halfway. I'm a moving target, but I'm standing right here. 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 Here.
Good afternoon, friends. Millennials. I'm going to be talking about you, don't you worry. They are the tidal wave of business that is coming at you. You know, one of the reasons you belong to vacation.com is because you look to us to keep you on the front edge of the wave. Whether that wave is emerging technology, new trends, or cool marketing. Agent Snapshot is the latest tool to help you get ready for the next generation of travelers. It's going to keep your business vibrant and running. Honestly, today, most of your business is done with the boomers. Our engagement database, which houses 7 million of your customers, more than half are 50-plus boomers. They continue to be very vibrant travelers and will serve you for years to come. But trust me, the millennials are coming. How many of them would consider using a travel agent? To me, the answer is a lot. But they need to find you where they shop. You know, millennials are the best travel generation ever. Why? Because as parents, we boomers took them on vacations all around the world. You know, instead of driving them to Granny's house at the lake, we took them to Disney World and Cancun, and we cruised Alaska with them, and we explored Europe with them. Travel is simply in their DNA, and that speaks great volumes for travel distribution. But millennials, they put little faith in traditional media, TV, radio, newspaper. They are unlike my generation, the boomers. We grew up impressed by advertisers like the Mad Men. We believed in brands. We were amazed by them because they were being sold through this cool new medium called color TV. Sad but true. But what millennials do trust, peer reviews, customer ratings from Yelp and TripAdvisor, chat with friends and family. No longer does just having a website cut it, my friends. This generation wants to connect with you. It's why they have an average of 500 Facebook friends. It's why 60% of them consistently rate products and services online. They want to connect and they want to share. This is Agent Snapshot. It is your connection to position yourself online to be found by the next generation of travelers who want to do business. They want to do business with people they trust and live in their local communities. And yes, Google rankings does increase with local, and that's the strength of our network. We're in every big city, every little town, and we're on Main Street. So local will help. They also want to talk to people who have specializations, who are relevant to their interests. And most of all, they want to deal with someone who's inspired and has passion for what's important and why they should do business with you. They trust people over brands. That is why they want to connect and share. So, agent reviews, customer ratings, and your personal bio are critical components. Because this is how this generation shops. They rely on user-generated content to make major purchasing decisions. They're not going to buy without going and seeing with peers, seeing what others have said, seeing how they rate your business. Agent Snapshot can be your gateway. Do as Tiffany had mentioned earlier. Let's work on our bios down here. Let's get our profiles ready. So we're going to build it. So let's try and do this together. So Agent Snapshot, I want to give a round of applause to it because you guys, our commodity, are going to make this great. You know, 2 days ago, our nation celebrated the 70th anniversary of D-Day and saluted our greatest generation. You know, I thought about this generation and their connection to the millennials. The picture behind me is of two GIs, and it was taken aboard the Queen Mary in May of 1945. These 20-somethings who would later marry were my mom and dad. You know, they were returning from Europe after the surrender of Germany. My mom was an Army nurse. My dad, he was a medical officer. They told a story as kids growing up that they met by my mother jumping in a foxhole on top of my father. I don't know how true that was, but it was a great story growing up. But this greatest generation, you know, they came home from war, they started families, and they joined. And they joined the Lions and the Elks and the Knights of Columbus and the Chamber of Commerce and the PTA and the VFW. They joined. They were a generation of joiners. You know, millennials, same thing. Except their joining and connecting is done via Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So for both groups, trust in their peers is paramount. So millennials, and I know you're back there, you're a lot like those who came before you. And if you can achieve like this greatest generation did, it'll be a job very well done on your part. So you've heard a lot of our friends before me, Tiffany and John mentioned this. The heartbeat and nerve center of our event is the experience room, where you can go hands-on, talk to the subject matter experts, people who know way more about the stuff than I do, and really get some in-depth learning. So we talked about Snapshot, great booth down there, good colleagues. I did want to give a quick shout out to our former cousins from Amadeus. You know, VCOM was owned by Amadeus for 10 years before we were sold to Travel Leaders Group. We have just renewed our preferred supplier relationship. They are the preferred GDS of VCOM. So stop down and see Carolyn Casiglia and all my Amadeus pals. The other one I want to call out is Passport Online. Passport is our preferred technology online platform. So have a chat with our dear friends from Passport as well. You know, I'm fortunate at Travel Leaders Group. I work with some incredibly smart, passionate colleagues. And I want to bring a couple of them on the stage and to finish up the little session on marketing. So I want to introduce you to Jen Coulter. She's our Director of Product Marketing. Jim Nathan, he's our Vice President of Marketing. And a colleague from Travel Leaders, Perry Lumgus. Hi, Jen. There you go, Jim. There you go, yours. Hey, Per. Okie dokie. So, Jen, when John was out earlier, I thought he did a really nice job of introducing Belong, Inspire, Grow. And when we were developing it earlier this year, one of the ingredients we wanted to cook into this was flexibility, and how we could use it in other formats. So why don't you share some of the thoughts that we had about the multiple uses of the tagline?
Sure. We love the fact that Belong, Inspire, Grow was flexible and connected on a more emotional level with both our current members and our prospective members. Everyone in this audience is the best source of referrals for our membership base, and we thank you for that. As we get stronger, you get stronger. And so in addition to your much appreciated referrals, we also do a lot of work to make sure that Vacation.com is a recognized brand in the trade media. With our brand relaunch this year, you may have seen our ads in many of the magazines and trade pubs that you read. And in addition to all of those things, we wanted to develop a video to really bring to life the message of Belong, Inspire, Grow. So sit back and enjoy and be inspired.
You're a travel professional, a travel connoisseur who designs life-changing adventures. For John, you plan a transcendental foray across the globe, including an awe-inspiring trek along the peaks of the Huashan Mountains in China. As John sips oolong brew in a tea house in the clouds, he thinks upon life, love, and the universe, and quietly thanks you for making this moment happen. But you also handle every other vacation, too. That annual family reunion cruise for the Smiths and the anniversary getaway for Juliet and Fabio, who always want the exact same king-sized bed with the 1 trillion thread count. You handle it all, from bucket list, one-of-a-kind adventures to weekend getaways, because you're amazing at what you do. And you do it better with Vacation.com. Here at Vacation.com, you'll belong to a community of passionate travel experts just like yourself. Larry shares insider tidbits on how to get reservations at that hip new restaurant in New York. You'll also make new friends with Mary and Samantha, so when you finally meet at one of our face-to-face events, you feel like you've known each other forever and spend all night sharing inspirational travel ideas and a few laughs. When John dreams of another soul-searching adventure, you make it happen with Vacation.com as your muse. Our exclusive perks and powerful tools inspire you in new ways to bring John's dream alive and find fresh and unexpected ways to spice things up for everyone else as well. And even though you love what you do, it doesn't hurt to make some money too, right? Vacation.com gives you solutions to grow your profits and take your business to the next level, so you can handle all the customers who can't get enough of you. Vacation.com is your destination to belong, get inspired, and grow. So with Vacation.com, no matter where your customer goes, their first destination will be you.
Good job, John.
So, I want to see some glasses clinking at the cocktail reception, just like in the video, after the session's over. So, Jen, 17,000, big number. What does it mean?
It is a big number, and that's the amount of passengers that we expect on board our Distinctive Voyages sailings in 2015. By far the most ever. So, speaking of grow, that is one word that has really defined this program since it was first launched. We will have 329 departures in 2015, also the most ever. And you can find those.
Nice.
You can find those in our brand new brochure, in the experience room, so please stop on by and take a look and grab a copy. And in addition to the concierge host and private cocktail reception that your clients receive on these, they also get something really special with an exclusive shore event. All of these extras are included at no cost to you or your clients. Now, when it comes to the exclusive shore event, we constantly get really good feedback that they're really special. They're organized, they're very intimate, that the guides are local and really know what they're talking about and give you a good flavor for the geography that you're in and the itinerary itself. As I said earlier, as we continue to grow this program, and that is due to the remarkable support of the 11 cruise partners that participate. So we thank you for your participation and making this program so special for our members' clients. The shore events that I spoke of are created and led by an amazing team at Excursions Limited, and we thank them for their partnership and all they do for our guests. And I just want to leave you with 2 words that I really want our members to focus on, and that is booking instructions. It's really important to follow those, and you can find those on Agent Universe. Every cruise line has a different set of specifications, so please take a look as you're booking into these so your clients are included in these groups.
You know, Jen, Distinctive Voyages, it's been a great ride, and it's only getting better. So the more you sell into it, the more amenities we'll be able to put into it. So I think the sky's the limit on Distinctive Voyages, and it's a great tool. So Jim. Oh,
yes, sir. Whom? J-I-M?
J-I-M, not
Yes.
J-E-N. So, Jim, one of the things that we really pride ourselves is to make sure that our tools stay best in class. And that requires constant tweaking and turning of valves. And, you know, sometimes the change isn't monumental, but our point is always to try to keep them best in class. And not only for the members and suppliers alike, because it's the supplier investment which allows us to do this consumer marketing and engagement and all those things. So it's both constituencies why we're always trying to care and do best in class marketing. So 7 million and 2,600. Wow. Some numbers. So what do you think?
You got it. Well, the 7 million's pretty easy, Stephen. That's how much I'm supposed to win at tonight's Wheel of Fortune slots tournament. And you know what's great? You can come see my progress because it's right by the Shadow Bar, your favorite place here. So,
Kate, he's fresh, isn't he?
it's also the number of names that you, our members, have entrusted us with on the engagement data warehouse. And they're now, that's a record number this year. We also have a record number of 2,600 member agencies who are participating in our consumer promotion program.
Yeah, give yourself a hand. That's awesome.
So I'm privileged to have a really fantastic team supporting this program, and there we go. And we're, with everybody's help, we're making 2014 another fantastic record-breaking year. As I mentioned, 2,600 agencies. We're now actually late breaking news, up to 650 in our Engagement Select program that works with client base. 77 direct mail promotions this year, 140 e-engagement, and 3 coffee table publications. You have copies right there of Inspired, our most recent, just came out this spring. It's going to be also available in your clients' homes in September, open for August ordering on the engagement site. So we continually try to up the ante, Stephen, with the engagement program. These are the things that we've put in place this year. We've overhauled our e-engagements to make sure that they totally work in mobile-friendly environment, because now we're seeing that 53% of emails are read on mobile devices. What we've also done is seen that there are quite different needs from the clients depending on what type of product we're promoting. So a contemporary cruise now is very visually focused, whereas On the luxury side, for example, we might have a lot more content in our e-engagements. I'm going to show you an example of this in just a second. We've heard your issues about being more inclusive with all of your clients with our targeting, and we've taken steps to do that. So you'll see that more of your clients are getting niche promotions from us. We've opened up in the US, we have some legal constraints in Canada. In the US, we've opened up email-only names for engagement prospecting. So let's take a look at one of our overhauled e-engagements. We just sent out a few weeks ago, I think, Kate, right? For Norwegian. So as you'll notice, the offer is much more prominent. There is a lot of reduced text and more visuals, more stunning visuals. Somebody reading this on their smartphone, knowing they want to take advantage of this, all they have to do is touch the telephone number, and it automatically dials your agency. And all of the images now, great, love that. All of the images now click through to the landing page in addition to all the text. So we've seen with this particular, we did a head-to-head, what we call an A/B test, where half of the people got one, half of the people got this new one. We had 43% increase in the click-through rate from the new design. So we're really pleased about that. So coming later this year are additional enhancements. For those participating in Engagement Select, we're going to have a agent-specific call to action. So instead of call ABC Travel to book, it'll be call Jane Smith, who owns that particular client. Also, we'll be converting to a much more detailed 71 segment economic cohorts segmentation schema.
You know, I think, Jim, that the move to marketing down to the agent level, I think is going to be big for us, and I think it's going to really, really generate more response. So we're happy to tackle that one.
I'll let you have that one.
It's really for those that are Engagement Select, so you got to be client-based subscriber. But and that could be a little extra motivation to get on the experience room. If you're not a subscriber, I think you need to talk to the client-based folks and see how you can get in there, because that's the trigger to allow us to do agent-level marketing on your behalf.
Ask them to give you a conference deal.
There you go.
There you go.
That's what I did. So, Jim, you're going to quickly have to go answer my next question, because Perry only has 37 minutes to answer his question. So, hey, Jim, we talk a lot in the office about new things, best practices, and things that we can help share with you. So, you know, we're talking about Agent Snapshot and response and all. Jim, give us a couple tidbits on the criticality of responding quickly.
This is a study that was done by some scientists at MIT, and they evaluated hundreds of thousands of inquiries to businesses and looked at the responsiveness and the likelihood to close that. Came up with some amazing figures here, that it's 400% better likelihood of closing a deal if you respond within 5 minutes versus 10 minutes. And it's 21 times better to respond to an inquiry, this is an online inquiry, within 5 minutes than it is with 30 minutes. So the millennials that Stephen was talking about, even us baby boomers, us elderly folks, we're just impatient. We're impatient now. And if you don't respond to us right away, we're going to go to somebody else. So this is going to really be a key factor in making Agent Snapshot a success.
Yep.
Want to talk about
You know, I think, Jim, click through these quickly, because, you know, the point on these screens is, look, travel agents don't do a great job retaining clients. Look at those other services. All do better in retaining their clients. You know, I know Vicky from Royal, she talks passionately about how we as a distribution system should do better in retaining our clients. And then last one, Jim, just click the last one before we go to Perry.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Reasons for attrition. I want to get to the client loving. Think about doing these things, because they all add in retaining clients. Okay? So I think we now should have another screen here.
You're talking to me?
There we go. Perry, good to see you, my friend. So, besides this being the longitude and latitude coordinates of Oblast, Russia,
Right.
what does 6080 mean?
Well, we all knew that that was the longitude latitude of Oblast, Russia, of
Yes,
course.
of course.
But what most of the room don't know is that that's actually some of the key numbers in a really exciting new program that I'm proud to announce today called In-Country Partners. And before I actually talk about In-Country Partners, a little background here. I've been in the business for a lot of years, and I know that it is difficult, if not impossible. It is impossible to have really in-depth background on all the destinations around the world. Even if you did, it's incredibly labor-intensive and hard to create a custom itinerary, a high-end FIT for clients going to those destinations. It's hard to know what's current, the new hotels in the region, some of the things that your clients should be seeing, especially when they have very specific interests. So, in response to that, we launched a portfolio of DMCs around the world, global DMC network, customized for us, DMCs, receptive operators, and located in the countries that most of you are selling with regularity. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's created by us. It's an in-country partners network of 60+ offices in over 80 countries around the globe. This is a network that's custom made by us. We didn't go out to a third party to create this for us. We very carefully vetted this group. In fact, we've been dealing with them for a year now. Stephen and I were talking about them being already battle-tested with some of the other brands within the Travel Leaders family. So we know these companies really well. They're all experienced, very respected companies, and they all service the type of clients that we all aspire to sell in high-end FITs and custom business. So what does this mean? Well, I consider this really your secret weapon. It's a local resource that's there to truly make you look like a star with your clients. They can provide you with all kinds of insider knowledge and lots of different access that you can't even imagine in some of these countries around the world. They do a lot of different things. They are very full service providers. All of these companies that we have in the portfolio can do a myriad different things that I think that you'll find very interesting. Number two, I think this is critical. It differentiates you from all the competition. You have a resource here that that agencies down the street don't have. And that makes you very different from them, both for this in a competitive nature with those agencies, but also I know that your clients are coming into your office and asking you all kinds of questions of things that they've researched online. And now at least you can go back to them and say, I haven't been there, or I haven't been there recently, but I do have an office I can go to there and answer all these questions and work with you. And it may be pieces of business that you would have lost otherwise. So differentiates you both with the competition, but also within your client realm. And thirdly, it adds traveler value for sure. By giving the client exactly what they want in a customized FIT, what more value could you deliver to somebody for their hard-earned money and the time they want to spend on holiday? But the important thing here is it also helps you make more money, not only attracting new clients in this sort of a business, with this sort of business, but also because most of these DMCs, all these DMCs, will quote you on these in-country partners, will quote you on a net basis. So if it's truly unique, they can't shop it. And you can mark this up to the extent that you see the market will bear. And I think that's a terrific way to increase your margins on this business. So unique services, quoted net, I think a really important point. All right, so what are the range of services that in-country partners can deliver to you? Well, they can do virtually anything, from privately guided premium and luxury FITs, custom travel, and that's really the specialty that these offices have, is high-end FITs, very complete packages. Also, groups, meetings, incentives. They can do VIP corporate traveler services, so that when someone's getting off an aircraft, they'll meet them at the gate, they'll escort them through customs and have a guide in a private car waiting to take them to their hotel. They know the boutique properties locally. They have access to villas or apartments. If you have families that are traveling, they're a terrific resource for that. Some, but not all of them, really importantly, do day trips, shore excursions, maybe airport transfers. So you have a resource for doing luxury car transfers, for instance. Now, how do you find this? Well, Agent Universe, of course, and we've just added over the past few days a new addition to the drop-down under the Partners section of Agent Universe. You'll see there in-country partners, and if you click on that, you'll be taken to a separate website that's really a bit of a search engine. You can go in there and you can find all kinds of information about every one of the in-country partners that we put into this portfolio. Here's a good example. Here's the homepage for the in-country partners site. Here you can search by continent, you can search by individual countries, or if you knew the name of the in-country partner that you were searching for, you could search by that as well. It's a very functional, easy to use site. So let's just take a quick look. For instance, if you were looking by country and you chose China, it's a big drop-down list, you choose China, you'll go to the profile page for our in-country partners in China. Sometimes there's more than one. You'll have more options. And we have more than one sometimes because some companies specialize in certain things that other companies don't. So here's an illustration of a real profile page for our in-country partners. This happens to be our in-country partner in China. Now here you're going to find all kinds of information I think you'll find really useful. For instance, how long they've been in business, how many people are in the office, who owns this company, the manager, president, owner of the company be listed here, what kinds of services that they provide, from high-end FITs, maybe doing premium FITs, but will they do shore excursions, will they do transfers, and that sort of thing. A profile that describes them, they self-describe that their office specializes in. So there's lots of good information here, including some sample itineraries about things that they do in the market. You can also contact them straight from this page. There's two ways to do that. We built in a request for proposal button here that creates an email pre-populated going to this in-country partner with a little template. And you simply fill in all these fields, ensuring that you're going to give that in-country partner the information that they need to get an itinerary started for you and get back to them to you promptly. We also include both the website of that in-country partner, most of them are very complete websites, and the email address for the in-country partner as well. So the profile will tell you everything that you need to know whether this is the right in-country partner for you. Here's an illustration. I'll do it very quickly here. An illustration of some of the sample itineraries, and this really happened just a couple of months ago. One of the agents was looking for some VIP services for a corporate client. They were in Beijing, but they had some time between Beijing and Shanghai. And what they wanted to do was to be able to go out and see the Great Wall and then take a trip out to Xi'an and see the Terracotta Warriors. So the in-country partner put the package together. But one of the elements of this was I found really interesting. And many of you have been to the Great Wall outside of Beijing, and you've seen the restored sections, and it's a great experience for sure with a really amazing sight to see. But it can get very, very crowded, as many of you know as well. Well, the in-country partner, doing something different, took this client out to what's known as the Wild Wall, away from where most clients are going up on the close sections to Beijing. And they organized a private picnic with a private guide, and they explored this in a way that very few people actually get to see. Now, what happened? The client came back. He had an extraordinary experience. The agent looked like a star. The client was talking to his friends about what that agent was able to do. When we talk about grow, this is one of those tools that I know can help you grow your business. It's been proven with some of our sister companies. Been very rapidly adopted and very successful. So those special services, those unique experiences, just one illustration. So how do you find out more? Teased you with a little bit of information here. This is Marnie Brown. She's really the architect of the program, been negotiating with all of these partners, bringing them in. She's very well traveled. This is a picture of her outside of Amman, Jordan. She's actually based here in the United States, but she's lived in Europe for a number of years. We're going to be down in the experience room for the remainder of the week. Come on down and join us. We'll show you a little bit more about all the in-country partners. If you have countries that you specifically want to be working with or current business that you would like to be giving to an in-country partner, come visit us and we'll give you all the details. So, look forward to seeing you.
You know, we're really happy to introduce In Country to the Vacation.com network, so
thank you.
I think it's going to be another really big success for us. So we've shown you a bunch of video here on our little session. We showed you something about growing on the millennials, and we showed you a little bit about joining and the video about the acquisition and for members to join VCOM. And as we leave the stage, our time is up. We're going to show you a little bit on inspiration. So, hey, thank you for your attention, and we'll see you all down in the experience room.